What's up, guys? It's Jamie Messina here, and today we're going to talk about how to know if you're fat adapted. So what does fat adapted mean? It means that your body has burned through all of its glycogen stores. What the hell is that? So glycogen stores, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Glycogen, sorry. Glycogen stores are... basically, it's the glucose that comes from eating carbohydrates. And once your body burns through that, it starts to burn and utilize fat for fuel. And that's what happens when you're following a ketogenic diet. And that's one of the reasons you hear us all stressing about eating enough fat in your diet, because when that's your main source of energy, that's what you need to keep going, right? That fat is your primary source of fuel. So what does it mean to be fat adapted? Like I said, it's when your body goes from burning glucose for fuel to burning fat for fuel. And this is the ultimate goal of people who are following a ketogenic diet. All right, Jamie, just tell me how I can know if I'm fat adapted or not, will ya? So how can you tell if you're fat adapted? One of the ways to tell if you're fat adapted or not is to pay attention to your hunger. Are you still having, hunger or a larger appetite, or are you noticing that you're not as hungry lately? When you're fat adapted, your body no longer goes through those blood sugar spikes that you may get when you're eating carbohydrates. And you'll notice that you're not having cravings or hungry unless you're hungry. Just a note. Once you deplete that glycogen and you're just starting to get into where you're fat adapted, you might notice that you'll have some cravings towards the end of that. That point is where you're starting to make the shift and you're starting to burn fat for fuel, and you'll no longer have those cravings. And this is really happening because your body's like, where the hell did all the carbs go? Your body's become accustomed to getting a constant flow of carbs, and depending on your nutrition, who knows, it maybe a little more than even recommended. And it just needs a little time to adjust and realize that they're not coming anymore. And once your body's completely rid of the glycogen, that shift happens and you'll really start to notice an appetite decrease. Which is awesome because you're only feeling hungry when you're actually hungry, and not for other reasons that we all know too well. Boredom, emotional eating, those are my two. But whatever it is, that's not going to be an issue anymore. As you become fat adapted, it becomes easier to focus on eating just when you need food, when your body needs it, and not for those other reasons. Okay, so how can you actually check if you are fat adapted? You can use the urine strips, but they're not necessarily very reliable, and I have a video up here if you're interested in knowing about that. The best way to check if you're fat adapted is by doing a blood test, which can be a little pricier. You can get one on Amazon. I'll post a link in the comments below, but that's the best way to actually check. But ultimately, you can really just pay attention to the signs that your body is giving you, such as the decrease in appetite, not having those cravings and all of that stuff. Just pay attention to your body and the information that it's giving you. That's a really great place to start. And once your body is fat adapted, that's a great time to start experimenting with intermittent fasting. Reason being because you're not going to be super hungry unless you're actually needing food. And the longer you go, the more you'll be able to have time in between eating. For example, I don't eat after 8 p.m. I go to bed, I wake up. I do drink my ketones in the morning, but it's under 50 calories, and so I'm not breaking my fast, and I'm not eating my lunch until like 12:30, 1 o'clock. I hope that makes sense for you guys. Basically, being fat adapted means that you're burning your fat for fuel now, and you're going to utilize the ketones in your body, and you're using a whole new energy source, and you can really just notice the difference in your body. You'll be able to tell. But if you really want to know, you can go and get that blood test, link below on Amazon, and yeah, that's what I have for you. So if you had any questions about what does this fat adapted thing mean, there you go, that's the answer. I will talk to you guys again soon. I love you all. Let me know if you have any questions that I can answer, I can make a video out of. I would love your suggestions. Post below. If this was helpful, I encourage you to give us a thumbs up, share it with your friends, give me a comment below, and I'll be back here again soon. All right, guys, I'll talk to you. Bye.